Jess is trying to pin for 2 levels in payment. She's trying to bribe me with something. So you guys might want to hop on this because she just gave me chocolate and I'm only up for 1 level.
She just gave you chocolate, eh?
Shut up.
I know if someone's bribing you with chocolate, they want something.
They want us to live.
Jess wants 2 levels. So
Just wants 2 levels.
I mean, if you want to keep bribing me, I mean, like I said,
I'll
I'm
show you my
bribable.
boobs. I got boobs. How's that?
I know. You got boobs?
I mean,
boobs.
Kitty, you want me to show it?
I'll show some titty for
Hey.
2 levels.
Hey, look,
I'm not too proud.
we live. Majority of us live on the show me state. Either show me or it didn't happen.
You know, King, I changed.
Okay, but yes, I'm ready.
Oh, that's a sexy microphone.
God, I forgot I had 3 HP. Oh. I'm still a bear though, so and I killed someone.
You should be fine for now.
I saved Rodolfo. I'm still a bird.
Thank you.
I got you, boo. I'm still a bird.
Still a burr.
Still a bird. Is a bird.
All right, you ready?
Ready.
No.
I have successfully bribed the DM.
Beautiful.
It didn't happen. What?
You
I
were
was
not
the one
seeing my
offering
wife's titties.
I was just gonna say.
You were not seeing my wife's titties. My wife's titties. You guys didn't see my wife's titties.
Exactly.
Oh my god, that's a cute stitch marker.
Do it.
Here, King. You want to see something?
Oh, he's getting good.
I'm looking at my sexy microphone, so I'm distracted right now. What?
What?
I'm looking at sexy microphones right now. I'm distracted. What happened?
I mean, I show you guys things that you can bribe me with. I'm just saying. And food.
Oh my god,
And-
those are cute. Between those and the little ghosties.
Aw.
Oh my god. Oh my god, those are cute. Babe, you know I get paid again the 15th, right? You might need all of these.
Oh my gosh, even better.
Sailor Moon.
I paid my phone bill today, so that check the 15th is fair game.
Oh God, yeah.
There you go, King.
What did you send, King?
I
Oh,
would get this like, the fuck did you send him?
What did you send? Alright.
Just looking around
The
titties?
stipulation is you gotta finish this fight first.
Yep.
That's
Hey,
fair.
Penny has already seen that picture, so
God, what did I do?
Sorry.
You gotta
Mama
finish
Alien
this fight
sees all
first, because I
things.
can't let you just level up in the middle of a flippin' fight.
That's
What
fair.
was that, Penny?
That's
I
fair.
mean, they probably
I
could
said
use,
Mama Penny gets
use
to
the
see all the
HP.
things.
well, of course Hedda does.
Or Mama Alien. I love that I'm Mama
Stranger
Alien.
things have
Makes me
happened.
happy.
Mama Alien Bear, who is actually a bear right now.
Yes, Mama Alien Bear. I'm here for it.
Alright, so anyone want to recap for me?
We're
We're
about to die.
all dying except me.
Yeah, Corvo stayed back.
I've made a stupid decision, and due to my play, this was all player error, user error rather, and due to my insomnia-like attention span, I caused the possible death of 2 of our party members. Which, I've done worse before.
There's no such
Fair.
thing as bad decisions. Only ideas
True.
that go really badly.
Truth.
Oh, I'm here for it.
Now, children, there's no such thing as stupid questions, just stupid people.
Just stupid people.
Jasara,
That's
I think
a-
Jasara
that's a
killed
South
one,
Park
There
yeah?
are stupid questions.
That's a South
Yeah,
Park
I critted in a person's face.
There are stupid questions because I can stare down the patient while the patient is asking. Since I'm allergic to
Oh God.
Advil, can I take Tylenol instead? Their reaction is a severe anaphylactic reaction, and I have to stare at them and be like, "No, you cannot take that. If you do take it, please, for the love of God, go to the fucking hospital."
Wait
Here,
till
call-
you're in the hospital then try that.
Geth,
See what happens.
just tell him here. Call my girlfriend so she can slap you in her truck.
Honestly. Alright. And this sticky note that I had for initiative is gone. So that's great. Oh no, here it is.
It was
Okay.
3 bad guys and us, I think. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
three
just,
remaining.
I killed one, so we should only have. Oh yeah, you're
Two.
right. You're right.
Down
You're right. We
and-
had
No,
4
there's
left after
5.
the one you killed, that Jasara killed,
Yeah.
and then I killed the other one. You're right.
Mhm.
Oh, there's 3.
You're right.
Okay. We will continue at the top of the initiative round.
Let's do it.
Adulter, it is your go.
All right, so here I'm going to back off a bit so I don't like immediately die, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds
Okay.
myself at 3rd level so I can actually get some health.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the dice.
Okay, I got 15 HP back.
Woo!
Yay!
Yeah. And is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Jasara.
I'm taking aim. I will take aim.
You will take aim. Who are you aiming for?
Who's the one that hit, Okay.
Number 2.
No.
Me.
Then I will take aim. I will take aim at soldier number 2.
Accidental misfire. Every guy has that. It happens to every guy. It's the natural power of life.
I swear it's never happened to me before.
Oh my god.
So I have a 21 and a 32.
Okay. Sorry, I have a bug bite on my leg.
In response, you will. Are you taking any of your battle maneuvers or anything?
I haven't seen a reason to yet.
In response, you will see the person that you are trying to hit. He will choose to not take the first hit, but will take the second one.
He will choose not to take the first hit.
Yes.
Dodge
How
action,
the
so
hell did he do that?
Dodge
Very
action.
carefully.
Are they choosing to take all this damage?
No. They have their ways of handling some of it, though. Your last hit will hit.
Okay.
Probably a magical shield.
Nope.
No, I've never mind then.
That's going to be 16 damage.
Okay.
As I in quick succession just draw back and pow, pow, and watch as one somehow glances off of something, and
So actually, instead of it glancing off, you see as that first arrow comes in to hit him, he takes kind of a moment as he stares the arrow down, and his hands almost seem to make like they're grabbing something, and he kind of pulls, and his arrow will just kind of phase through him, and by the time that second one's coming, he's struggling, and he kind of lets his hands clap back together, and the second arrow hits him in the shoulder.
And it is their turn, if that is the end of what you're doing.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
2 will move in, 1 will move into Jasara, and the other will move in to King. They will both make 2 attacks on you both.
I want to say this is the first time I've been double teamed, but I'm pretty sure it's not.
Jasara, one attack will hit you. How much HP do you have?
I currently have 50.
50? Okay, then you take 17 damage.
I will.
That's halved already.
Why is it halved?
I
It's halved for different abilities that these soldiers seem to have. You're not exactly sure what's going on.
question.
Okay. Well, I will.
Hold on. Go ahead.
No, Jess, go ahead.
I will expend a superiority dice as a reaction
Okay.
to being hit,
Okay.
and I will add an additional 7 to my AC for the turn.
What's your AC now?
26.
26. Okay, that second attack will miss then. Okay, go ahead, King.
I want to use one of my reactions to use cutting words.
Okay, what do?
So I don't get hit to the guy
Okay.
that's attacking me, and I tell him, "Your mom told you that you could have become anything, yet you still chose to become a disappointment, didn't you?" Sad, sad, sad.
What's your AC now, by the way?
I have to roll I expend one of my bardic dice, so D8, and whatever I roll, it lowers down the attack. Ooh, a 6.
Lowers down the how much damage you're taking.
No, to hit. I can use either to
Oh.
when I get hit, damage, or the.
Gotcha.
Let me get it right.
No, it's fine.
Attack roll, ability check, or damage roll. I can expend one bardic inspiration roll and subtract the number of the creature's roll.
And it's -6.
Yes.
Okay, it will not hit. It'll kind of stare at you for a second, slightly offended that you just went there.
What did you say again? Last part?
Huh?
Did you say what did you say after slightly offended?
He just kind of tilts his head, slightly offended, and then just stares at you for a moment.
Get it.
You know,
I wink and I blow a kiss at him.
it takes a disappointment to know a disappointment. At least my mom's actually alive, and yours didn't die begging for his life.
Truth. But the better part of you ran down your mother's leg, didn't it?
But at least mine died fighting, and not a coward.
Meh.
Oh.
Go ahead, Parthos. It is your turn.
Yay. Okay, so
Spite roll.
after everybody's moved, I'm guessing one in front of me and one to the side of me. And then there is a bear in the shape a purple-ish bear to how far away from me? And in north, south,
Shape
east,
bear
west
is
of me.
about purple shape bear is about 25 feet away from you. Jasara is about 35 feet away.
Okay. The bear is to my left or my right or in front or
the
behind?
bear is going to be to your left and forward. Jasara is to your right and behind. And then Rodolfo is to your right and kind of in line with you, but about 15 feet away.
Got it. Okay. And then I got one guy in front of me, one guy beside me, and another person where?
And then the other person is face to face with Jasara.
Got it. Okay. Let's see. What can we do?
And you saw Jasara pulled Matrix shit and dodged the attack.
I don't know if I saw that, but I'm pretty sure you did it.
I say, "Rawr."
Am I at all within earshot of this going on, or are we too far off?
I think we
I
split
mean, you
off.
can hear it, but you
Oh,
can't
okay.
see it.
How do I want to do this? Rodolfo, what is your health at right now?
20.
Bonus action. I cast Healing Word at 3rd level to Rodolfo. That's 3d4 plus 5. And I say, stay alive. I fucked up. Please forgive me now. Forgive me now. I'm so sorry. Live now. You gotta live now.
Lucky that I'm not in combat.
16 HP as a bonus action to Rodolfo. That's my 3rd level.
Thanks.
Yes, sir. Kissy.
But
And
not full of health now, so I'm good.
Kissy. Rawr.
easy. And then I use Raven Arrow. Which one is the more damage? The one in front of me or to the side of me?
Did more damage to you?
No. Which one is more damaged from the shatter?
Probably the one to the side of you. Though if you're gonna use an arrow, remember you're gonna be.
No, it's Raven Arrow. Whatever the spell, the cantrip.
Oh, gotcha.
And I just gotta hit. I do it twice. Pray to all the above that I actually hit. Oh boy, what chose it? 22 for the first, and ooh, almost there.
Actually going to pray?
20 those 4, 5, 6, 7.
Are you actually going to pray?
I don't. My character does, but I personally don't know what it would be like or what it would sound like.
So you can, we can implement something that actually Jess showed me in one of her games. That,
Oh my gosh, you're really...
that I enjoyed. You can
I'm pretty sure my
use-
character would, but I don't know what that would sound like or say
you
or
don't
do.
have to actually pray, man.
I
You
don't
can.
want to make a fool.
You can use what is called a divine intervention dice. It's a D100, and you roll it as you call out to your gods. Anyone can use it. You have your divine intervention dice in times of need. You each have one at this current moment. I will tell you when when you get more.
Awesome.
Just lead me to victory. Yeah. Ooh. I actually I don't know what that means. 78.
78.
Yes.
Which god are you praying to?
Odin. Oh God. Can it be done to to various one or just one?
You can pray to whichever god is willing to listen to you, and
Then both my to Loki and Odin.
Then you can roll me a d20 and tell me the number there, and we can decide from there which god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7.
7.
Yes.
You hear what sounds like a loud almost like thunder hitting the ground kind of far off, and a couple people turn, and that's all you hear at this current moment. And see, go ahead and do your turn.
It was a 27 on the second one and a 22 on the first one. Yeah, 2 hit.
The 27 will hit. The 27 will hit, and the 22nd will not. Again, you see what looks like he almost pulls something in front of him as that second arrow. He's struggling to do it, but he does it.
Right. Well, I rolled a 0 on a D10. Does that mean a hit or
That's
no?
a 10.
Okay, cool. So that is the 10 damage to it.
10 damage. All right.
Just straight to the face.
Straight to
And
the face.
out loud I say, "Be healed, my child."
Be healed.
Be healed,
Lurka,
my love.
it is
Do
your
it, Twine.
turn.
My turn. I think I'm gonna have to use a spell. I mean, I know I'm. Can I? I
Remember,
can
you're a
use a
bear.
spell as a bear, right? Yeah.
Yes. And when you're in animal shape, you cannot use any of your spells. You can use
Gotcha.
whatever
Okay.
abilities they have
Well,
or attacks
nothing
they
can
have.
hit me.
No, I say attack, attack, attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck
And,
some shit
and
up.
if you can, try to get on advantage so that essentially, yeah, they're like getting trained, one in the front and one in the back, and you get advantage, meaning you roll higher twice.
Right.
Roll for the highest roll.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So my
Derp and dirt time. This is me trying to apologize for my fuck up last time.
oh my god, you're fine. I'm a bear. I'm happy. I'm a bear. I'm living,
Yeah, we can't
I'm living my best
heal
fluffy
the-
life right now.
We can't heal the wounds that the bear doesn't have.
True story. True story.
So swing.
Do I have to roll again?
A d20, my friend.
D20. That's what I thought.
Hello.
I was thinking D20, but I wanted to make sure. I'm now that I actually know what I need, I'm doubting it. Okay. I'm gonna whip around and try to take that one that's behind me by surprise and rip his throat out.
Hot.
Okay.
Roll me that d20.
20. Plus your attack abilities and all that.
Son of a
You get a +7 to your attack. Tax.
Tax.
and I roll twice, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So 13 for my first one
The bite.
and 16 for my second one.
What is the second one?
16.
The
'cause I
claws.
rolled a 9 and I get a +7 on that, so 16.
And what was the first one?
79, 10.
You kind of cut out, so I didn't hear you.
Oh,
I'm
no,
sorry.
no, you're fine, baby. 13 for the first one.
Wow, those both kind of roll low.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Sorry, neither one of them hit. But you do scare the guy to death, just about. He was not really expecting me to whip around and just screech into his ear and go for his throat. He does kind of take a step back a little bit, not enough to get out of your zone, but just out of fear, really. Just, oh, shit!
That's a bear!
Yeah.
I see. Oogie boogie. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, is that the last of your...
Yeah, because I can't cast anything.
This is only if you're safe. That's all that really matters at this point.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and yeah, that's it for me then.
Soldier, so the other... The other soldier... Well, the other two soldiers, really. One swings at Kim, and one swings at Edda. And man, they both missed horribly. Goddamn dice.
It's working. The prayer worked. Hallelujah.
Jesus, my dice are not working tonight. That's okay. And at the end of their turns, as they miss really badly, you hear what sounds like thunder getting closer. And top of the round, Gopher, it is your turn. And Corvo, you can hear what you think sounds like someone screaming, "Oh, fuck a bear!"
All right, so I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on the guy that Larka is like scared of is
Okay.
scary right now. So yeah.
Yeah.
15?
15 will not hit.
Damn it.
Is everyone's dice take done today?
So
Yeah,
far,
pretty
yeah.
much. My dice are like, hey, go fuck yourself.
And I'm going to end my turn right now because try to save on spell slots.
Yeah, I get that. Just
Sorry.
sorry.
Not using that
Did
dice.
the guiding bolt hit?
No.
No.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Hmm.
It is your turn, Jasara.
Indeed it is. Gosh. Well, I have an unfortunate situation here.
Oh yeah? And what's that situation?
This soldier has gotten himself into melee.
We're not a melee person.
Hey, she can melee. She's just not as good at it.
I mean, you can take the hit and back up if you want.
I think we're gonna have to, actually.
Okay, so you're backing up.
Rip.
Just very acrobatically kind of hop back, trying to backflip her.
He
Straight
misses
backwards.
anyways.
Oh, does he?
Oh yeah, pretty badly.
And while in the air performing this backflip, is going to make her 2 attacks. And I am going to use my sharpshooter feat on both of them.
Okay.
So I am taking a -5 penalty to the attack roll.
Okay, so roll your attacks then.
That's how sporadic I use it. We're talking about.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Remember, you're taking a -5 to the attack roll. So.
I'm aware. But I'm also aware of the fact that I'm still getting a +8. So the lower of the two is 24.
Okay.
And the better of the two is a crit.
Wonderful.
Go ahead and roll me that damage.
So for the non-crit, he will take 31.
And he will die.
And the second attack, going at something else now then. At soldier number 1. Excuse me, the first damage was only 21.
He'll still die.
Okay. And 6 and 4 is 10, and 10 is 20, so 28 damage.
And then
The other one will die.
Damn.
As Jasara just backflips away from this guy, avoiding his attack, and while still in the air, bam, bam, straight into the first guy's face, and then into the other soldier's face. Just straight through the eye holes of their helmets.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Brutal critical. I love it.
Alright. And there is only one left, so you guys can gang up on the poor guy if you really want to.
Well, of course.
Air fart. I'm gonna
And
fart
you
on
gang
him,
up on him?
guys.
Oh yeah.
Do you kill him?
Okay.
Nope.
What? Okay, we don't kill him. I'm gonna fart on him. Bear fart.
Is the battle over?
Someone
Yes,
gave the
that
bear
was over your-
cheese.
and he is alive.
Well, I started looking through the dead.
Badly
people
wounded,
stuff.
but alive.
For it.
You start looking through what?
Through the
I
dead
didn't hear
people
you.
stuff.
Roll me investigation.
18 on the investigation.
Were you looking through stuff as well?
Yes.
19.
You find general soldier things. You find a couple coins, what looks like a set of dice, some what looks like cigarettes or some type of tobacco pipes. Tobacco, like there here. You do see what looks like a letter, which is containing orders for them specifically to be out here.
I'll pocket that.
And that's really all you find. You find a couple holy symbols for some deities that you don't really recognize. One seems to be what looks like a lightning bolt that's crashing through some clouds. That's on like a prayer necklace.
Mhm.
You see another one that looks like some type of trident. Then you see another one that looks like a boar with an axe.
Does any of them look familiar or similar to me in any way, shape, or form?
No.
Okay. I put them in one of my extra bags for safekeeping for later to ask group questions.
Okay.
And
And that's all you really find, both of you.
Yeah, that's fine.
And what kind of armor are they wearing?
Leather.
I will take a suit of their leather armor.
How tall are you?
5'10".
You'll somewhat fit in one suit of the armor.
She's patchworking around to make sure that she gets a suit that fits well enough.
Yeah, you'll find one that fits well enough. It's a little too broad in the shoulder. But anyways.
Could we take a small break so we can get our people healed?
Yes, you can take a small break and you can level up. Corvo, you can level up as well. You can go up 2 levels.
Bribe was successful. I will say that I want to drag our prisoner back to the forward camp from the fort.
Okay.
We have a forward camp.
So you guys can head back. You've successfully taken out this patrol.
I thought we were supposed to. I thought you were supposed to push up immediately before they find out they're coming.
I didn't hear what you said, Corvo. You're kind of like far away.
I thought the plan was to push up immediately before they realized that the scout team was gone.
It's up to you guys. If you guys want to break away from the plan and bring back the survivor, that's up to you.
I'm
thought we
asking. I'm asking the group.
I thought we were keeping a prisoner.
No,
I don't
Wouldn't
remember
hurt.
the prisoner being-
Honestly,
it was
though,
the
it wouldn't hurt. We
prisoner,
can use them for questioning.
I thought the fake
We're
prisoner
not
was gonna be
leaving
one
for-
of us, like to pretend that we're
If you
captured
want-
by.
If you want to bring him back and let me question him, well, you guys go in and deal with this shit.
That was the idea.
I
Yeah,
suppose I can do it.
I think that would be a good plan.
Isn't it Barke, Jasara, and
Me?
Rodolfo.
Our first Rodolfo going in for that, while me and Parthos can stay back
Infiltration.
and question him, since Parthos has some magic to maybe persuade him better than old fisticuffs.
And hey, Parthos, if you're not going to be coming in with us, then here, why don't you take him back to the camp?
Alrighty.
After all, I mean, actually, full offense meant here, but if you're going to be that reckless with your magic,
Fair.
Fair.
Alright,
What
while
is
he's
the
taking him
background?
back, I'm
You're-
getting.
My girlfriend's TV, sorry.
I'll be right back. While you guys are doing that, I'm gonna grab some water.
Okay.
did you just say that your girlfriend is in the background taking seminary?
Yes, that's exactly what I said.
For some reason, all I see is the scene from Rock of Ages. Would you like to come in back and take dictation? Nobody gets that reference, do they?
I do.
I do.
Sadly, I don't.
It's been a long time since I've seen that, so.
Wonderful. So, you can bring, do the prisoner back real fast. Parthos and Corvo can head back. Why don't Adolfer, Jasara, and Lurka
Alright, I'm
start
back.
working on leveling up? And Corvo, we can do the investigation scene, and then while
Ooh, level up. Yay.
they are leveling, do the investigation scene, and then after that, you guys can level up while we handle what the other three are doing. Does that sound okay?
Yes.
That way we're
Sounds
not
good to me.
just stopping completely. You guys can listen to the investigation while you level up. And it is 2 levels, by the way.
Okay, I was just about to ask, like, is it 2?
Yes,
Just to
it's 2
confirm.
levels.
Ooh, I think I get a new spell now.
You
So-
do.
Ooh, excited.
As
Well,
this
the first-
prisoner is brought back, Corvo, you see Parthos come pretty much, I'm assuming just dragging him.
Yep.
Looks kind of like a younger kid, probably 19, 20 years old. Getting dragged back.
What the fuck did you do? Why are you bringing a prisoner back? We never talked about this.
Change of plans. We can get info while they are getting this stuff. And explain essentially the plan of still sticking to that, but we keep this one and get as much information as we can and reshape our plan as we go along with that information.
What happened? I heard somebody screaming about a fucking bear.
Well, that's on me. Shit happened. I forgot how to fight. It's been a while. I was not paying attention where people were, and people got hurt. They're healed now, so they're okay.
Where are they?
They're going. They're sticking to the plan. They're going. Jasara changed into the armor of them, taking one of them as quote unquote prisoner, and then we are going on our way.
So you're telling me you already had trouble with a fucking patrol and you still went ahead and went in there? Oh, no. I guess at this point we're too far to back out now.
Unfortunately, yes. We don't have much options. They either figure it out and we attack now, or we let them figure out what happened.
Or what are we asking this person that we don't know? Because
You torture the hell out of them, get some anger out.
why the fuck do I need to torture a kid? God damn it!
He probably murdered a lot of people. You don't have to torture him. You can ask questions, and if he answers honestly, he won't get hurt. Or if he is lying to us, then we get the answers from him, one way or another. I don't like it, but how many
Do you
more
have
would
any
I kill?
Do you have any magic you can use that would not involve me having to fucking murder somebody I'm not sure is even guilty of anything yet?
I
Actually,
do, in fact.
do we know if this kid is like guilty of a bunch of shit, or is it possible he's just fighting for the sake of just fighting for his side?
You're not sure.
Well, how about before we
It's
fucking
murky
start
at
killing
best.
people? How about
I-
before we start fucking killing people?
If it helps, they almost killed Lorca. They almost killed Rodolfo.
Because you attacked them. I would have done the same exact fucking thing.
Right. What I'm trying to say is, we unfortunately at this point in time we are on opposite sides.
I see that, and I don't intend on torturing
You
a
don't
prisoner
have-
unless the torture is necessary.
Fine, just get answers out of him. Question him, talk to him, get what you can out of him. You don't have to hurt him. Just ask questions.
Fine. Where are
And
you going?
we'll knock him out, tie him up, and keep him with us, and or have one of the guards send him to the garrison and kept as a prisoner so they can get more information out of him. So that way the plan still works. We just have to adapt. And unfortunately, we have to act now. We either go back and let them come in mass, or we do this now. Risky both ways. Unfortunately, it did not play out for us today. And that's mostly on me. But if you want this to actually still succeed, then we have to do this now. And make sure our friends come back alive.
So am I doing this alone, or are you going to be here too?
I'll be there with you.
Cool. I guess I'm going first then.
Mhm.
Alright. Let's fucking... Go.
Before you do anything, I cast on you. Where is it at? The enhanced ability, and you will get dexterity, charisma. Let's see. Hold on. You're gonna get wisdom advantage for the next hour or so. With it. So anytime you do any type of ability check that requires wisdom, you get an advantage. You take the highest one.
Alright, so... Okay, that makes sense. Alright, let's go get this done with.
Alrighty then. You the good cop or that cop?
Obviously. I don't even care.
All right. Look, at best you can intimidate the hell out of them in the war, probably.
Fine.
Believe it or not, you're pretty intimidating, especially with a scowl on. It's very attractive, but still very damn scary.
Uh-huh.
If I didn't kind of know you, I guess I wouldn't even talk to you. I would just like, nope, I'm not dealing with this. But I know you.
Alright,
I think.
I don't feel like having any other soldiers around at this point. I'm still
Alright.
wondering if I trust half the people here.
Oh, hey, by the way, and I pull out as we're walking towards where the kid is at. I show him the medallions of the symbols, and I said, "Do you know what these are?" I as best to come up with, there are symbols of gods, but I don't recall any of these symbols. And I show them all three of them. Right? You said.
Is that a Geth? Is that a Geth question? Or is that a me question?
You can go religion, or me.
Religion. Boy, come on. Nat 20.
You know, as he holds up all three of those, you kind of like stare at it for a second, and just the automatic oh shit. Because out of those three prayer beads, you recognize one as, one that's very similar to the one that you're wearing. And the other two are the god of the sea and the god of the air, which is Zeus and Poseidon, and Ares, god of war.
Where did you find that?
On 3 other dead people. His
Was
comrade.
it on? Was it on the one? So it wasn't on the kid.
On him, no. On the other 3 dead, or 4 dead. My bad.
The kid you can see still has his on, and he's like slightly shaking, staring at you both.
I'm gonna glare at the fucking kid.
He's gonna try and glare back, like he's trying to be tough, but in the end he just is shaking more. He's trying though.
Those 3 stand for Poseidon, Zeus, and Ares. I have no idea where the hell they've got something like this from.
Those the kid kind of speaks up quietly. Those are our gods.
Oh,
Rahar worships those gods.
that's fine.
We don't worship the gods, the pagan gods of your homes.
Is that why you're fighting these people?
No.
So what is your what is your conflict with them?
King Miltron has conflict with them.
And who would that be?
King Miltron?
Ah, I didn't hear you say king, sorry. And what is his conflict with them?
Stopping the expansion.
Of the Raharan Empire?
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming they're continuing to push into your territory, and you're not fans of that.
No, they're stopping us from.
They're trying to expand.
Oh,
We're
I was
this
confused.
stuff.
I'm sorry.
Good.
We want to reunite what used to be the kingdom of Sargil under the Rahar Empire, but they keep stopping us.
Well, yeah. Expansion under any type of aggression, and as you've been doing it, obviously this is going to happen. Centuries of generations upon generations of people living in one place, and then out of nowhere, others come and claim their land by force or by other means. Of course, people are going to raise up to try to stop you. Even if we were doing it, of course, people are going to rise up against it.
He kind of shrugs. You can kind of get the idea that he is just in the army. I do what I'm told.
Of course, you're a good soldier.
Good soldiers follow orders. I know that feeling. All right, so I want to know. Did you know that we were put?
All right, you Star Wars nerd.
So do your friends know that we were coming tonight, or were you expecting any of this?
Somewhat. Weren't expecting 4 reckless people to just barge in like that.
Hi.
Yeah, well,
We weren't expecting that
Fortunately.
recklessness to happen either.
well, maybe they still have the element of surprise on their hand.
For a bit.
How many people are at your camp currently? I want an exact number.
Closest I can give you would be 23.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
You're telling the truth. Yeah. Oh, well, I don't know about that.
Mistakes were made.
17?
He's telling the truth.
All right.
As far as you know.
Damn it.
That puts our That puts us at much less of a disadvantage than I thought.
For all we know for now.
Did Parthos tell me about everything that
Yeah, essentially, I relayed
they were
everything
fighting
that.
against?
Yeah, I relayed all the information before we came into the prisoner. All why we chose and stuff. Everything.
Where did you come across your abilities and the weapons that you were using when you were fighting my friends?
The gods gave it to us. Well, the old gods did.
The old gods. Enlighten a what was the word you'd use? Pagan? A non-believer on this?
Pagan is the right word. You're not non-believers, just not believing in what we believe in. That doesn't mean that you're a non-believer.
Fair enough, but what's this about the old gods?
There are old gods of the world. Something older than the gods that we worship and the gods that you worship.
Older than these three, and I pat the medallion that you gave me.
Definitely older. Centuries upon centuries older, in fact.
Does everybody at your camp have these types of weapons, or is it just a select few?
It's just a select few. There are certain ones that choose to believe in what we do, and there are others that say that there is nothing before these gods, because there's no evidence anywhere. But you don't need written evidence to see the power that the old gods have.
Interesting. For a little piece of it, some say that the world came from chaos, and from chaos the gods were birthed, and from the gods, well, everything else was birthed. Interesting
But see,
theories.
before the chaos, there was something. There was something before that. Other gods and whole other worlds destroyed.
Yeah, well,
Which, by the way, that sounds really crazy to you guys, because the only thing that you can ever think of is the way that you were taught and the way that you were, given the stories that you heard growing up. There is nothing that you can connect this to that something was before, the birth of your gods and all of that.
Considering what's happened to us the past couple weeks, I'm leaning towards believing them more.
well, we do know there is something afoot with us, so anything's possible at this point. And to say that there are not other gods out there, that's just foolish, believe or damn it, that's just that's a foolish thought.
Here's the thing. He kind of sits up. It's not that they're out there. It's that they were there. Something happened that was erased from time, and then he kind of starts spouting off a whole bunch of nonsense in your mind. Something about that the entire Earth was destroyed, and then new gods came in and rebirthed the entire world, and goes on this crazy tirade of how that the gods that we have now erased a knowledge from humanity of what happened before. Which, that doesn't sound like your gods at all. See, that's the thing. I want... I want those gods to pay for what they did. They did something. I plan to find out about it.
Ignoring how crazy you sound, you do know you are mortal. Going up against divinity, no matter how strong you believe your people or yourself are to be, they're still infinitely stronger than you are. To go up against those beings is, I wouldn't say foolish, but idiotic.
So done
Ev-
before?
Sure, and some of them have lived, not succeeded, but lived. Many, many others are forgotten, destroyed, erased. Do you really want to do that? Just sacrifice your future, you like you could have been, who you could have accomplished, for the betterment of your people or yourself, for such a not even not even by chance. It's you have for something that you could die easily and just like that.
Have you not heard of the warrior that drank with Thor? Have you not heard of some of the
Again,
warriors that?
yes, it's been done before, but
Why can't it be done?
survived. Not one. There's a difference.
I'm not looking to overthrow them. I want answers.
Have you ever thought, possibly, just by chance, that if we were meant to know, we would know? There's some
No.
knowledge, there's some secrets that must remain that way. After all, we know the names and words have power. If they're hidden, they must be hidden for a reason. And unraveling those secrets, wow, is it really worth it?
And so let's say your brother's name should not be spoken.
Of course, I barely even say my brother's name.
How does he know
I
who you
know
are?
What do you say, Corvo?
How does he know exactly who you are?
That's a
King question. Are you going to acknowledge that he knows who you are?
I heard the question, but I'm just right now just I'm trying not to show that surprise face. I'm just going on with the line of question, but I do give Corvos a side glance as soon as he says my brother's knowing who I am essentially.
It's things like that I want to see why they have
those names.
why their names hold so much power like that. Why people are afraid of bringing back what was there before.
Long time
Maybe
ago.
I won't be able to.
Long time ago.
Centuries ago.
I've read Forgotten History, and I
You
look
have
at
no
the
idea what he's talking
no.
about.
I'm telling a story or whatever. Oh, it just bits and pieces, really. Nothing really concrete. Didn't make sense, really. Just crazy rumblings. But it's set there, whether you choose to believe it or not, that this age is a different one. Maybe you're you're right, and your crazy mumblings are not crazy. Maybe there's a big conspiracy out there, meant to keep us blind, deaf, and dumb. Because after all, ignorance is bliss. How do you keep the power? Make people dumb. But again, is it really worth risking not just your life, because apparently you don't care for it, but everybody else's existence, your future descendants, every creature that could have been, will be born into something, erased, gone, because of foolish notions of something long gone. The past is the past for a reason. Is it truly wise to seek knowledge that has been lost for a reason. Whether we want to acknowledge that reason or not, is it truly wise?
Zero got that as well.
Then punish me if they strike me down if they need me for being foolish and speaking against them. But it's really worth it.
You don't hear anything as you say that.
If I die, I die, and I take whatever is waiting for me on the other side with in acceptance. But what you're doing, you have to know somewhere deep inside of you, it's foolish. Could you learn the truth? Yes. But would it be worth it in the end?
Isn't that up to me to find out if it's worth it or not?
I look at Corvo. You want to talk to your brother in faith?
No.
Or are we
No.
done with him?
He's made his decisions. I've made mine.
See, this is why I like you. This is why I like you.
I have no fucking idea what that means, to be perfectly honest.
I lean in closer to Corvo and whisper to him. Well, this just feeds our theories that something's going on.
Okay. I look at the kid and I ask him if they know who we are and what's so special about all of us.
I mean, it's not. When you have an entire bounty on your heads, it's not that hard to know who you are.
You have
What?
bounties?
Yes.
It's the whole kingdom looking for us, I suppose.
I mean, when you. And he kind of stops.
That was rhetorical.
He kind of stops because he was going to say something, but he just.
No.
You can continue.
I know I can, but
I'm good.
No, you're not. Continue.
Look, I came in here not wanting to hurt you, but if I have to, I don't mind doing it.
let's just say.
Knew you were coming here.
Who knew we were coming?
Hey, Milton.
How do you spell the name?
MEL
M-E-L.
TRYAN.
A-N?
AN.
Thank you.
So our friend's walking into a trap down there.
He just kind of
Shrugs. I'm not exactly sure what they planned.
I take out both of my daggers and I lean in close and I put them on his. I sit him down on his thighs so that they're pointing down on his thighs, not breaking the skin, but really close to where you can actually start feeling some kind of pain. And I move them about like back and forth like this. I know, right? And start twisting them slowly but surely, and slowly putting pressure, not enough to break skin, but enough to feel very uncomfortable on both of his thighs. And I look at him in the eyes and say, no, this really matters. Are they walking into a trap? Tell us, please. Let's keep this civil.
He kind of grunts. Roll me an intimidation check.
Can I help?
Nobody fucks with my friends. Yeah.
We'll see.
Except
We'll
for
see.
me.
We'll see how much fucking with friends this one's gonna do.
Well, that's a 17 plus 8, so the 25.
He kind of grunts in pain as you start leaning in, and he just. Like I said, I don't know what exactly they're walking into.
How many are in the camp?
He said
I told
22.
you. 27.
Any more?
Perhaps the question of who is in the camp is
Now that you didn't ask.
He asked it. Who
Now
is in
you
the
did.
camp?
Ares has been looking for you, you know.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
What
So
does
is
Ares
his
want
granddad.
with us?
What was that?
And his granddad?
Corvo worships. Yeah, Corvo worships different gods than we do.
Uh-oh.
I didn't hear what she said. You guys were
It-
talking for it.
And
And his granddad's looking for you too.
I
Kronos.
didn't
Hush,
didn't
you weren't
hear.
here.
I didn't hear what she said. You guys were
Uh,
talking over it.
Can you hear me now?
Ares is looking
Yes,
for you, and as well as Big Daddy, dick swinging Titan King, Kronos,
Oh.
God of Time and Titans, and many other titles.
Great. Just another pain in my ass.
Looks like I'm not the only one pissing people off.
but
Surprised.
Here's the thing.
Mm.
You can kill me. It won't do anything, though.
you'll make another mother sad, but that's about it.
I already told them I didn't have anything to do.
And I lift the daggers up, twist them around to where they're pointing up, and then tap them lightly, just like pat on the cheeks, and back up. See,
But
being honest is good.
I bought them enough time.
And we will pause the interrogation scene there. Corvo and Parthos, you can go ahead and level up, and we will go to the rest of y'all. As after you see that Parthos kind of gets far enough away that back towards the camp, dragging the young kid away, it is now you three. Are you all leveled up? You good?
I'm good.
Okay. It is now your turns. As you see him walk away, what are you doing next?
Making sure that I'm prepared to walk into the camp and. Okay.
Jasara.
I need a horse.
And a horse you shall have. I pop a beetle into my mouth, chomp, and turn into a horse.
Sounds wonderful.
I hope you're ready for me to ride you.
Oh, good lord.
Always.
Oh, well, you know, Rodolfo, it looks like you're the prisoner by default.
Alright. We can do this. We got this. I do like some stretches a little bit, just like Loosen up.
And I will tie a rope around your wrists.
Alright. Do it.
Are you gonna disguise yourself as anything, or are you just putting on the armor?
I will take a few moments to disguise. It makes myself look more like a Riharan.
Okay, there are no girls that you fought. They were all dudes, by the way. So, are you staying a female?
I'll buy my chest and all that.
Okay.
What about your hair?
Make sure it's up and hidden inside the helmet.
Alright.
Pineapple. You ever heard of that? Tight bun on top of your head. It's full
Oh, I was
pineapple.
gonna say that's more
It's
of
not
a-
just a safe word. It's a hairstyle too.
That's more of a safe word in my eyes, but
It's a hairstyle too.
Alright. Will you start writing out?
And I'll even saddle up Lurke with one of the Riharan saddles.
Woohoo. I say nay.
Here, Lurke, I know you're chomping at the bit. As I slide the bit in.
With my finest horse giggle.
Okay. Calm down a little bit. We need to make it convincing.
Horsey sigh.
There's time for fun later.
There is a high chance the internet might crap out. I can see my land signal keep crapping in and out, so if we die, we die for a minute. Just a heads up.
That's fine. I'm sure I'll find something.
Come now, prisoner.
Come now, prisoner. Are you going willingly, or are you gonna let them drag you? Adolfer.
I want to let them drag me a little bit just so it's a little convincing.
That's fair.
Roll me. I need all of you to roll me performance checks.
What check?
Performance.
Performance. Okay.
Lurke, can you act like a horse?
I got a 19, so I hope so. Oh. Oh, that was cool.
I got a 24.
Damn,
You got a
girl.
what? What did you get?
And it's a good thing I'm not doing
A 24.
Okay.
And Adolfer?
I got a 7, so y'all gotta convince these guys.
It's okay, you're my prisoner. You don't have to act nice.
You're just jealous of my swagger.
It's true. Hey, I mean, I'm getting ridden by a pretty girl, so I'm all right.
Etta, you're incredible.
I love you. I will chomp at the bit for you any day, Jazara.
Geth can't handle it.
I mean, she knows how hard I chomp at the bit for her, so. Just saying.
You're turning her into a blushy mess.
I know, I can feel it. I can
Hear that, babe? She
absolutely-
says she can feel it.
I can feel it. I heard that. That's a shut up, bitch. I'm blushing.
Okay.
Love
this
you,
again, shall we?
Gav.
Love you too.
Hey,
Alright, as
Oh,
you
that
start
fluster.
as you start working your way towards the camp,
hey, at least I
the
put a saddle on it,
shut up.
and we're not riding bareback.
Shut up.
Custody. As you start making your way towards the camp, the nervousness kind of sets in. You're infiltrating a camp. And once you kind of break that kind of almost horizon line, not really, but enough that you can actually start seeing the camp, you do see what looks like a good group of people camped out. They're kind of in a big circle. Dead set in the middle is it's a big tent. And you see what looks like a couple guards as you come up, kind of stare at you for a second. Hello, what is your name?
Corporal Jackson.
We weren't given any word of your arrival, Corporal. And why are you...
Messenger.
Why,
We intercepted what was left of the scout party that was circling the camp, guarding, patrolling.
Right.
They had been ambushed.
Why are you wearing Lieutenant?
It's patchwork, so it wouldn't be recognizable as any single person's.
There are still rank symbols on pieces of the armor.
You didn't say that.
Oh, fine.
Guys, where did you find this captive, and where are the others?
This was what was left of the raiding party that ambushed the patrol.
Right. And where is the patrol?
That's why I rushed here. We're going to need... May the gods rest their souls.
I see.
Well, come with us. Let's get you settled in. We'll let the general know that you're here with a prisoner. And they'll walk up and they will take the rope that's wrapped around Adolfo's wrist and tug a lot tighter than what that horse was tugging. And Rodolfo, you don't really get a couple steps in before you're just about being dragged over to a pole in, simple, like, basic medieval style. They kind of force you to sit down, and then they tie your arms up. Oh, stretching, you kind of feel your shoulders ache as they, like, stretch your arms up above your head and tie you to some type of post.
Now, the fun thing there is that I didn't actually lie.
True.
The patrol was ambushed. And this is,
Listen, please, let me take your horse for you.
I kind of pull back a little bit, insisting I don't want to leave my rider in an attempt to stay with Dressara.
it's all right. I'm not going to be able to stay for very long. Once I deliver my message, I'm going to have to be on the road again.
Right. Well, we can't just let your horse just walk around in the middle of camp either. You can come hook it up to one of the posts in front of the tent.
That's quite fine.
And they will lead you to the front of the tent. A bunch of the soldiers kind of whisper as you walk by, though with a quick bark of get back to work, they run back to what they were doing.
Thank you for your assistance, soldier.
Of course, and thank you for coming as soon as you can.
Roll me a deception check, please.
I'm not lying about anything.
You are lying about your identity. Roll me a deception check.
Oh, all right. Proficiency in
Same
that.
with you, Lurka.
I'm sorry?
Deception.
Look, as a horse.
Doesn't matter.
I poop on their shoes. How's that for Ouch. 11.
I will allow the poop on the shoes.
Deception 11, and I poop on their shoes. In the notes,
You
it
tried.
happened.
You
I
try
charted
poop
it
on
so
them.
it happened.
Yeah, you try, and they kind of like step back as just barely missing, but enough.
And that is a 17 plus 8 for deception.
Wonderful.
25.
Once you get up to the general's tent, they will have you dismount and you can tie your horse up to the tent, to the hitch itself. Please come with me, and then we can deal with the prisoner after this.
Of course.
They will lead you in, and in the general's tent, you hear just a simple, just a knock. And you hear, "Come in, please." And as the tent flaps open, you see what looks like 3 different generals standing there. They're standing over what looks like a battle map. Very similar to what you saw in the fort on the Laridan side. But then you kind of see next to one of the generals, you see what looks like a very tall and buff man. He is in, not really any armor. Has some pieces of leather covering his chest, but most of it's gone, with a bunch of scars, and he has what looks like a ginormous axe strapped to his back. He's probably about 9.5, 10 feet tall.
Good grief, it's a giant.
And then next to him is someone that has a sword that's about the same size. This man stands about 10 feet tall, very black hair. His eyes are completely black, though as you kind of stare at it, you see what looks like this weird, just almost milky galaxy just kind of floating in his eyes.
Well, give a slight bow to the obvious demons.
They definitely don't give off demon vibes.
Well, they're definitely... Are they gods?
Generals. This is Corporal Jackson. He intercepted an ambush party from the patrol.
Well, what was left of the ambush party? What was left of the patrol?
That's and he'll kind of bow, and
I lost my own squire as well.
I'm gonna send out another patrol to go see what exactly had happened. And
Here, and pointing at the map. This is where I found them.
Wonderful. And one of the generals will kind of wave the guy away.
Pointing at the opposite side of the camp.
You see the guy that led you.
Actually, no, would be pointing at the correct area, because there's enough blood and bloodshed around there that it should be proof enough. No, I'll point at the correct place.
Okay. And as you he'll bow and nod, and the general will kind of look at Dressara. One of them.
Urgent intelligence to deliver.
Right. From which battalion are you from?
3rd. Coming from Ver.
Right. And
Local militia.
how's General Maximin?
Can I insight check him? To see if he's actually using the correct name?
Go ahead.
Um, 20 on the dot?
He is.
He's using the correct name? Doing well enough. A bit stressed.
Sure.
The situation is rather tense after all.
As it always is. And,
We've lost too many good men lately.
we have...
Please, come sit.
Take a seat.
And he'll kind of stare for a second.
Anyways, I'm so glad you could join us. We were talking about possible plans, getting advice from our two guests here.
Well, I'm afraid I'm not acquainted. However, we appreciate you for your assistance, honored guests.
Do you not know who these are?
As I said, local militia. We've not dealt with many of the ranking officials.
You were local? Jurahar?
Not originally. I'll admit. I'm originally from the Confederacy. However, I realized quite early on that the Confederacy was never going to stand up to the might of Rihar, and that reuniting the kingdom of Sarhil under the Rihar crown is the best way forward to prosperity for all.
You say you're local militia, but in Faverne there is no local militia. There is only militia that is under the rule of General Maxima. But any of his new recruits, anyone that comes through, his militia go through classes, different studies of the times from before, and things that every true Riharan should know. Who they're serving, and the gods that they serve as well. So it kind of surprises me that, you say you're part of his team, but you don't know who these two are. Are you that new? Which surprises me as well if you are. He doesn't give intelligence jobs to newbies.
Generally, but desperate times called for desperate measures, and as I said, my traveling companion was unfortunately killed in the...
And what was your travel companion's name? I know all of his very trusted men that he would give one of these jobs to. I'll make sure to give my condolences that he lost a good man.
Can I think, just offhand, having grown up around... I don't know, because I can't use those memories. Can I just pull a very common Riharan name out of my head?
You can try.
What can I roll for that?
History.
$16 with a 13 plus 3. Just saying the chat in general.
You would know that Alexander is a very common name. But,
Alexander, son of Basil.
must be someone new then. It's not someone that I know.
Please, take a drink. I'm sure you're exhausted from your rest and then having to fight. Before you can really say anything, a drink is pushed into your hand.
Oh, we're screwed.
Yep.
So one of the, I'm sure just your tired journey and everything, and all of that. You may not exactly know who these are, but he motions. This is Lord Ares and Lord Kronos.
I did bow when I answered. Just because we have not been acquainted personally does not mean that I was not aware of who they were.
You did not say that you knew who they were. I did ask, and you said honored guests, and you made it seem very much like you didn't know.
I simply said that we had not been acquainted. Which is true.
Oh. Please, drink.
What is in the cup?
Like me.
I appreciate the offer. However,
And then you hear just kind of the one with the black hair just cuts you off. It is not nice to deny hospitality.
No, it's not. Of course, I was just saying that it would be better for my health to drink some water.
You definitely did not grow up in a warrior household, I see.
No, I grew up in a small-time merchant's household. As I said, I'm not from Rehar originally, as I'm sure you can tell by my accent.
That's okay. You sound like one of those Norse pagans.
I was raised in that, yes.
Then you would know that your gods would not want you to be picky. As it is from Odin's words himself. Hospitality is one of their many, many features. It is
Yes,
rude to deny something that's already given to you.
Apologies for my insolence.
Those apologies are accepted.
And I'll take a drink from the definitely cursed mead.
Tastes like mead. Shitty mead, but mead.
Well, that's a good strong drink. Those Confederates certainly don't know what a real drink is. My family went around with their wine and their brandies.
Is it the same family that's dead? As Ares pipes up.
Yes.
Should you make it back to your camp, you should probably tell Corvo that I am looking for him.
I'll keep that in mind.
Fuck.
As I realize that we've been completely played, and there is no point lying anymore.
By this time, Adolfo, you are now dragged in, and the horse is brought in as well, into the general's tent. Adolpher, you're just kind of tossed into the tent. The horse is gently brought in, but you know, they do it as gentle as they can and not get kicked.
Well, they're assuming that it's actually a horse,
And
and they're not a.
Okay.
I said assume the position.
Oh god.
I'm trying to be serious here.
now, your friend can retransform into their normal selves.
The door is now guarded by 3 different people. And please, Adolpher, sit. And they'll bring a chair in.
I'll sit, but with great reluctance.
And they will put a cup in your hand and drink.
I thank you for your hospitality in these trying times.
Well,
It is,
I will admit that we are simply messengers.
messengers of dynamite, I assume. You really should be careful on who you trust with information like that. But no matter. The main question is,
you know, it's interesting. Just because I am of this, and this is, I was talking still. Just because I am of this pantheon does not mean I have not heard some of the chatter that goes on with the others. Especially since it's all over the plains that someone escaped Valhalla, as you would call it. Or as we would call it, Elysium. Though, your friend Corvo is the one that we're mostly after. Ares is not too fond of losing some of his best warriors.
I was unaware that our companion worshipped someone outside of the gods of our home.
Really quick, I thought we did.
we did know. You did know.
Oh, well, excuse me.
I would like to turn into a squirrel and attempt to escape at this point so I can get back to Corvo for reinforcements.
And also to kick Corvo's ass because traitor son of a bitch.
I'll bite him. Arr, 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 arr.
Go for his nuts.
I as the DM will say it is not Corvo. We'll just
I'm still gonna nibble on him. Num,
We'll-
num,
we'll
num,
stop.
num, num, num.
We'll stop that right there. I've not had a bad experience with some party betrayal, and I'm just not looking to go back to that bullshit again. It is not
That's fair.
Corvo. And we're
That's
just
fair.
not going there.
I'm still gonna nibble on him. Num, 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 num. Them big man ears.
I had some bad experience being
Nibble on the dick.
Of someone being a party of me allowing party betrayal, and we're just not going back to that route.
No, that's understandable.
Roll me a stealth check, Lurka, as you will have to literally stealth your way. Actually, do you get your wild shape backs on a short rest?
I do.
Yeah, they do.
All right,
I
so you will
do.
have to stealth your way into wild shaping, and then leaving.
Okay.
In the
15.
presence of 2 gods, by the way.
I hit a 15.
I mean, if you want to try and wild shape and in front of 2 gods and leave, then you can certainly try.
I'm a little skeptical with it being in front of 2 gods.
I'm just saying, you can try. But I won't.
Clap them cheeks. Clap them cheeks.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Fuck it, YOLO. Let's do it.
All of these soldiers near the door will miss as they go to dive for you. But you successfully will make it out of the camp.
Oh gosh.
Just Kronos doesn't seem too worried about it. Let them come. I'm sure if one of the knights would come, it would be interesting. And besides, I've heard one of them has gone up against gods himself, and one of them killed the king. We'll see. And we will pause there. Etta, you just kind of book it to the camp. And you come barreling up to the camp, and you do.
I'm guessing that's at the same time that we are told that we've been had.
This is a little bit after that. You're
Okay.
kind
At that point, I had that conversation with Corvo saying we go, both of us go. Let the army back here, pepper us in 5 minutes, and both of us go in there.
probably within 3 minutes of that.
Okay.
A squirrel just comes barreling up to you, full blast, and up your pant leg, up your shirt, and up onto your shoulder.
I'm up on his shoulder. I've got him by the ear, and I'm shaking him as hard as I can, screaming in squirrel, "You gotta go now! They got us! They got us! You gotta go! You gotta go!" And I'm just screeching in his
squirrel
ear.
on me or Corvo?
Oh, you're a squirrel.
Is the squirrel on me or
all-powerful.
Corvo?
Can you say pause, please?
Pause.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Maybe. Hello? No?
Yes.
Yes.
Hold on. Hello? No?
Hello?
I think we can all hear
Hello?
you. Hello?
I hear
Can
you.
you hear me now?
Yes.
You can hear me now?
Yes.
Fantastic. All right, let's go. Anyways, yes, you can't talk while you're a squirrel. You can make squeaks and grab onto him by the ear.
Yeah.
Right. Is the squirrel on Corvo or me?
Lurka?
I'm on Corvo. I'm screaming. I said I was going for them earlobes. I'm doing it.
I grab the squirrel and hold
Oh,
her
it's a good thing you decided to do that before I did.
like away, and essentially we started on our talking. I'm assuming, right? So by the angry, perturbed, demonic squirrel, we gotta go.
Lurka, you can transform back into human if you so like.
Yes, I will turn back into human.
I still essentially my head is on grabbing her hair, pulling it.
I was just gonna say you gotta hold my ponytail.
Well, seems familiar. Yeah, let's go.
Are you gonna?
Why are you
relate what
wasting so much time? We have to go. We have to go. Who the hell is Ares and why did he know where we are? Let's go.
Will you two calm down?
I'm just like
They
hunched
want-
over
They
screaming
want.
from my
They
screen.
want. They want all of us. I
Yes.
don't think it's wise to give them exactly what they want.
I'm not gonna leave them behind.
I never said you had. I never said you had to.
No, like what I'm trying to say. Obviously, they need us for something. They want information or need us for whatever it is. Clearly, our escape for
And with the
however
way
it
he
happened,
was,
it's been aware.
and with the way that the kid was talking, they sounds like those two are much more interested in me than you. So I think you should just let me deal with this for now.
Even if I go in there, I'm able to save them. There's 2 gods. Yes, I'm strong, very much so, but I'm not to the level where I'm able to fool gods yet. Especially
You think I am? I don't even intend on fighting them. I'm not going to even
not
try
able
it.
to fight them either. That's what I'm saying. Now all 3 of us go in camp and see what they want,
You
and
do.
we'll figure it out. We're saying
see-
this as we're walking towards the camp.
Yeah, you do see as you start walking that the army is not following, The general that you had met holds a hand up, and kind of you see what looks like a gate open up, and out comes 12 knights, decked out in full armor, walking right towards you.
All 12 of them came? Holy shit.
Both of them came. And
I
then
don't
at
think
the
this is a good
at the
idea.
very tail end of it, you see what looks like a 13th person walk out. He is decked out in full blue plate that has what looks like runes just all over him. And he has a crown on his head.
Even the king is
I
right.
really, I really don't think this is a good idea.
We're not going.
Well, then I guess that's
Because it's not a good idea for all of us to be in one place at once during this time.
well, at least one person thinks the same. And as I look at Parthos,
I have to agree with Corvo on this. I'm not trying to go back in there, and I need a change of drawers.
We can figure this out. We are here mostly for protection. Gods are here. And we are doing whatever it can to protect them if the force falls because there's two gods.
Is this the king talking?
Yes.
I look towards the king. You have a rat in somewhere. They knew we were coming.
Yeah, I know. I found him already.
Good to know.
who's that? I don't know who it was.
One of the court hands. Don't worry about it. He won't be a problem anymore.
Nobody could.
My shoulders drop. Man, I never get to have any of the fun.
Though I don't think that he'll be a problem anymore because he can't see, can't hear, and can't walk. He's more essentially a doormat that's alive and breathing.
That's too kind still. They have my
Your
friends.
kingness, if this should ever change, I would like to assist.
I mean,
With a smirk on my face.
That's only part of what we were planning on doing with him, so. But I was kind of interrupted by a frantic call.
My tail's up in the air, twitching in excitement, and the thought that I might get to help torture this little worm.
On
can't talk.
the other hand, no, it is not good for all of us to go back there. I don't plan on it. Actually, I plan on, if the event is for the protection of my own kingdom and the protection of the rest of the CIC, to give up this fort. I probably will.
Can't blame you on that one.
I let the king know of all the information that the kid would capture, the theories, everything that he spilled, as much as I was able to grab quickly as we walk towards the encampment of where my friends are being held at.
When he says that he's willing to give up the fort, you do hear an outraged cry from a couple of the CIC generals, who he will turn and stare at for a moment. And may I remind you that my army is here on favor. It is not here for you to control. It is not here for you to dictate how my men die. We are here on favor of keeping a good relationship with you. In the event that something happens that I need to pull out, I will. That does not mean that I'm just leaving you to dry. We will protect the next route. But you are going up against two gods. And that is not something easy.
Technically, one of them's a Titan, and
Yep.
that's arguably a tier above that, but you guys.
Arguably, I could easily summon the gods that I worship, and they could fight them. But I'm still deciding.
If you want to do that, I wouldn't complain either.
I'm still deciding if that's a good idea or not, because I also have a god and a couple demons that I can easily get a hold of. A few of them owe me favors anyway.
Demons?
That's also not a bad idea.
I say out loud, I'm willing to owe Loki a couple favors for this. But,
I look at Parthos. Don't you already owe Loki a few things?
no. This will
But
be more
on the off
personal.
chance, we need to figure out how to save your friends first before anything. So let's not just barge in there.
Well, at this point, my plan was.
As much as I love chaos as the next person, barging into a camp that has two gods is not the best option.
Yeah, my plan was to pretty much just walk up there and yell and call both of them out. and see how long I can distract him. Yep.
By the way, you're seeing Parthos for the first time, very angry, clearly frustrated, just pacing back and forth, not saying anything, just pacing back and forth with pissed off rage.
Pause there for a second.
Hmm?
Jasara. Adolfo. I can't even. Why did I roll
Rodolfo.
that R? Rodolfo.
Rodolfo.
Why did I? Whoa.
Yeah, it's that Friday brain.
It's that Friday.
It
brain.
happens.
You as Lurka makes way, you see all of the generals sit down, and so do the gods. With the god and the titan. I'm just gonna refer to them as gods because
That's how there was.
It's
Never
easier.
mind.
it's how I know what you mean. It's fine.
Mm. Translation.
Deities.
So
The two men with a fuck stick just bam. Sorry. I mean,
am I not coming through?
Oh, now you are.
I
You're
hear
not
you.
coming through. There you go. Jasara.
You know, I will completely and unashamedly admit that I really hate that everybody seems to know more about me than I do.
I mean, if you want to know about yourself, I could easily give you those memories back.
And what would it cost me?
Information.
And same with you. And motioning too.
Adolfo.
And what information would you be asking for? Oh, Titan of Time.
Using my formal title, I see.
Information regarding the king.
Well, I'm afraid I don't have much information on that, on Meltron.
No.
Levian.
Lavian. Afraid I don't have much information on Lavian either.
You don't have to know it's right at this second, but a promise of information is always nice.
And what information are you asking for?
Who he worships.
The Norse pantheon.
Specifically,
Who he worships. I know he worships the Norse pantheon as a whole, but there are certain gods that I've been told that he worships, but for some reason that information is very hard to come by. But I also want information on his two sons.
I wasn't aware he had any children.
he has one.
His name is Hamatha. And he has another, and his name, well, it's his adopted son. The other one is Gethmeyer.
I've met that one at least.
Yes, and I
Know that Gethmeyer worships a demon. Just wants that type of information.
Well, obviously you know more about them than I do.
Give me a deception check.
That's not untrue.
You know that he worships demons. It's very public knowledge.
That didn't even roll. Stupid. Oh my gosh!
Either really good or really bad.
No, they just both went off the desk.
Teasing you.
Well, not that I think it's really going to matter with, you know, a little deity. But that is a 23.
Alright.
Well, I'm sure with lost memories, it's hard to remember what he's told you and what he hasn't.
It most certainly is.
I could give you back those memories in exchange for information.
And how would you do that?
Being the
Titan of time.
there's a way that I'm able to manipulate time and space and go to that point in time where you lost your memories and change it just slightly. Not enough to affect anything. Not enough for anything. I would say it's like a butterfly effect. Nothing of
And
that nature.
if you are able to go back in time and manipulate that, then what prevents you from going back and using your ability to time travel? Why haven't you gone back and learned this information yourself?
There are certain things that their gods keep locked down. Just because I can do that does not mean that I have the ability to do so.
Actually, I would argue that that's exactly what that means.
Without repercussions. I can do things in small amounts like that, giving information back to people,
but taking information myself and changing the course of what the fates or what you would know as the Nords decided is not favorable on the shut up, Parthos, you're not here.
What did Parthos say?
Don't worry about it, not here.
Nothing.
I didn't hear anything, and I don't have Discord up.
That's so fine.
It's a tricky thing, and it's gods turning with gods, and you're not going to understand. I can promise you that your friends will not get hurt.
My friends will not get hurt. That is important.
You will not get hurt.
Also quite important.
And you can walk out of this camp with everything you have on you.
And how will you use this information that I presumably would be giving you?
And then Ares kind of pipes up, all is fair in love and war. It's intelligence to make things go by easier. Maybe make other deals, knowing that information is out there. Their plans may be foiled. Things like that. But you and your friends will not be harmed. You can walk free and head back to where you came from. And if we see you in passing, we'll just turn the other way.
And if I refuse, what would happen?
If you refuse, then we take you as prisoner.
So either I accept and regain my memories and gain the freedom of myself and my friends and the continued safety of myself and my friends. All you want is information about who they worship.
That is correct.
That's tempting.
You wish to know who...
I don't want to hear any information until a deal is made, and we both swear. I swear on a certain river, and you swear on your fate in Valhalla.
That is something I cannot swear on, because I have no I do not have control over that.
Then
What I will swear on. How familiar does he seem to be with the Norse pantheon?
pretty familiar.
But not necessarily all-knowing?
Not all knowing, no. None of the gods are all knowing. But over, I make you the same deal as well. Give you back your memories. I'll even sweeten the pot. I'll give all of you back your memories. Source some information. Seems fair, does it not?
Well, that does sound tempting, but I'm sure my memories will come back, and if not, I can make new ones.
Optimistic you are.
Well, always optimism when life and death.
You death clerics and your ideas and things like that. I respect it in a way.
I will swear upon my god Lopt.
Your god who?
Lopt.
Spell.
Lop this dick. It had to be said. I apologize. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Spell it.
L-O-P-T.
L-O-P-T. Norse?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's another name for Loki.
But I'm hoping that he doesn't recognize that one. As that it's a rather obscure name for Loki. He specifically said that he couldn't interfere with the other gods. And while knows them in passing, has not dealt with them directly. So, while he may know a lot, such alternative names are hopefully outside of his realm of knowledge. But myself, knowing full well who that is, can honestly say that I will swear upon Loki. Without saying that I'm swearing upon Loki.
He'll kind of tilt his head back for a second. And
I will tell you who my king worships.
you'll see him kind of,
And I will tell you who my king's sons worship.
General, kind of looks towards one of the men. Take them to a tent with the living quarters. I need some time to think on this before I agree to something like this.
Do I have your word that no harm will come upon us as long as we reside within this camp?
Of course, you are my guest. And just because my god, myself and your gods are different does not mean that I am about to break any of their hospitality.
And I do have your word then.
Yes, you have my word that you three will not be harmed.
I would also request that the same protection be given to our friends as long as we are in this camp. No harm shall come upon us.
And what friends are we talking about?
Our friends that are not here currently.
And which ones are those? Are they the 12 that come with your 2 comrades?
I am not aware of what 12 come with my comrades. And that's the truth, because she doesn't know that the 12 knights came.
And as he says that, you do see as you come up on camp, the 12, well, 13, 14, 15 of you, 13 of them will not cross over the border, but they do see the camp. Well, for one night, none of you will be harmed, as I think about this deal. Nothing will come until we either agree on something.
And what shall we get in recompense if one of us does come to harm?
You'll see him reach behind him and grab his sword, the sword of time, and toss it onto the battle map table. Now toss something of yours that you care for deeply.
And I will take out my original bow.
And toss it onto the thing?
Yes.
These will stay here until something is met.
I accept this sword as your concrete word that no harm will come upon us as long as we reside in this camp.
And I accept.
Do you swear it?
And I accept your bow as a
swear that no harm will come to any of your friends until we make a deal.
Very well, Lord of Time.
That's kind
of what the sword looks like, except up the center is Greek words, like Greek lettering and stuff.
Ooh.
And it's big. And as he smiles, and he will let you go back, he will lead you to a small tent, or not a small one, enough that there is 4 cots and a small table in the center. He will have a general escort you there, and guards are posted at each end of the tent. And he will, as you leave the general's tent, Kronos will nod and step out and make his way towards the edge of the camp. And the rest of you, you see what looks like a 10-foot tall man, black hair, black eyes that seem to have a galaxy within them. You see purples, blues, pinks, yellows, deep oranges swirling in his eyes as he comes to the edge of his camp, enough that you can still talk to him normally, but not crossing the border. Corvus?
Is this us now?
Yes.
Yeah, it's us.
Who was coming to talk to me?
Kronos.
Just Kronos, no Ares.
Well, you do see Ares, but he's kind of hanging back. Parsley. Look at.
Yes.
That's just Kronos talking.
Kronos.
Jetfire.
Ivor.
Mason.
Evan. And as he says these names, he's going down the list, looking at each one of them in the eye. Ezekiel. Larissa. Maxwell. Devin. Callie. Yorble. Heinrich. Jeremiah. Lovely. Nice of you to join us all.
May we ask why you've decided to grace us with your presence, Time Lord?
This
Sass in the skull. I can just see that deadpan face.
Haven't you gotten
Behind her,
into enough
arms
trouble tonight?
crossed, just glaring.
Corbo, what did you say to?
I looked at them and said, haven't you two got us into enough trouble tonight?
Your friend
safe.
is safe. And you are safe as well, until a deal can be made.
So I know why I pointed Ares, that old bastard down there is looking for me. But what did I do to piss you off? Because either I don't remember it, or it's the same reason.
Not piss me off. That's what I would say.
So then why are you two then why are you looking for me?
He's not. He's looking for us.
Mostly looking for you specifically, because Ares was. I did promise him that I would help find you, in the event that I needed to find the rest of you. Please, you can come into the camp if you so choose. No harm will come to you. I have sworn upon it already.
Forgive me if I don't believe the one who ate his children.
It's understandable.
I have sworn upon it. My sword is currently on the table in the center tent, along with Jasara's bow.
Smart girl.
No harm will come to you. None of you, as he looks towards the rest of the group. You are free to come in, but once you come in, you are under my hospitality and my care until we make a deal.
And how do we know you're telling the truth? That doesn't really sound like something Jasara would just offer up. She loves that bow.
It's not that I'm taking the bow either. It's just something that I just swear upon. No harm will come to you, and since no harm will come to you, the bow will be given back to her at the end of figuring all of this out. As my sword will come back to me as well.
Do we have a choice on whether or not we trust that this isn't bullshit?
I mean,
It is bullshit.
You can not come into the camp, and that is fine. You can stay out here, but your 3 friends will stay in there. Or your 2 friends,
I
excuse me.
glance over at Corvo and Parthos. What do you guys think we should do?
Well,
And to know that it's
On
not
a trick, I do swear on the river of Styx that no harm will come to you, as I did to Jasara.
I still think it's bullshit, but I know this Styx thing is important to you. So I guess we'll come with you.
Okay, I guess you're making our decision. Let's go!
Well, what did
The others have to say. I am not for forcibly taking people with against their will on a deal like this.
Honestly, I'm more curious the fact that both of you are here, and I wasn't expecting it, so at this point, I'm so far in, I might as well just kill.
sure. Let's stir some trouble.
Considering my plan was to come to the edge of camp and start yelling at you two, and this is a lot less, than what I expected. Let's go.
Levian, are you and your knights coming? And you see Levian just kind of put a hand up, not with all due respect.
Don't.
Tainted Kronos.
No.
I wasn't expecting any of them to come anyway.
I am not willing to risk my knights' lives, even if all of them, and he kind of like glances to them, want to do something.
I nod, God, my words. I nod towards the King Levian, smile at him, wink, and say, no worries. We'll get out.
He smiles, of course.
We'll be here when you do. And Kronos will lead you guys into the camp, into the tent. The tent will open, and Adolford and Jasari you'll see as your 3 friends will join you. And as the tent closes behind you and you see a guard post in front of the door, we will go ahead and end the session.
I'm gonna say real quick, before we even cross the border into the camp, I send a small prayer of hope to Odin and Loki, saying, "Guide me through this. Let's come back alive." And then I don't even wait for an answer. I just keep walking. Fuck.
No, it's cool. It's cool. I'm cool. Bring your green hat. Let's go. Come on, everybody. We're going.